gonna transform this space from this like mustard yellow color to something else that's way better than this.
It is the first morning of the bathroom makeover, and after we all got dressed, we packed up the car and hit the road. My mom lives about an hour from me, so we bought everything we would need to do her bathroom makeover. Once we arrived at her house, we unpacked the car and I assessed what I would be doing in the bathroom space. Here are a few of the before images. I did not mention this before, but I basically designed my mom's bathrooms virtually. Yes, I have actually seen the space before in real life, but I couldn't compare paint colors and accessories in the space until now. The bathroom has all this tile on the floors, in the shower, and around the sink, so I basically designed the whole thing around this element. There wasn't much in the bathroom to remove, but I did take all of those items out anyway before getting started. So I took out the small towel hook, this dated curtain and blinds, and also the toilet tissue holders.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm in a new space. This is my mom's bathroom, or one of the bathrooms in her house. They moved here not too long ago. I want to say maybe like a year ago, but some of the spaces definitely need like an update and an upgrade. So I came here today and gonna transform this space from this like mustard yellow color to something else that's way better than this. So I've already started taking some stuff out of the bathroom, and now I'm going to get ready to paint. I am going to try to use this,
Mommy, what's
this easy roller. And this bathroom is really small, so I'm trying to get a good angle for you guys, but you'll see when I'm painting. But this, basically the paint goes in the tube, so I don't have to like keep stopping to like fill the roll and put it on the wall. This will be my first time using this, so I'm hoping that it works out really good. I had seen someone else on Instagram using this, and I was like, ooh, I need to try it. So here we are. And I think that's it. So without further ado, let's just get into this video.
Before I got started on everything, I planned my mom's bathroom out beforehand. So I headed to Home Depot and picked out the paint colors. I like using Behr paint because I could just stop over at Home Depot, look at the large selection and pick out the color that I want to use. I knew the bathroom was small, so I wanted to make it feel bigger by painting it a lighter color. I use an eggshell finish for the bathroom walls, and for the door and trim, I use a semi-gloss finish. I'm using natural white for the bathroom this time. When I went to Home Depot, the paint swatches had a reference saying it was comparable to Benjamin Moore's Simply White, and I've always wanted to try that. To paint, I'm using the Wagner Easy Roller. It was pretty easy to fill up. The only thing I felt like the paint in the dispenser got used up pretty quickly, and in my experience, it felt like it was still comparable to using a regular paint roller and an extension pole, which didn't make the process any quicker for me. It was my first time using it, and it took a while for the paint to come through the pores of the roller, which kind of slowed me down. Then because of the bathroom being so small, it was hard to get into the tight spaces because of the extension pole was so long and I couldn't really remove it. So I had to end up switching to a small handheld roller anyway. Overall, I'd say it was okay. In larger areas or higher places like high ceilings or something like that, I feel like this could work a little bit better, and I probably will try it again in the future.
All right, so first coat almost done. I actually kind of like the Wagner, like what is it? Oh, the Wagner Easy Roller. At first I did it because it seemed like it wasn't working, but it's kind of like a learning curve, but it's all good. I don't like the brush that it comes with, but I'm going to see if I can maybe use a different brush the next time I use it. I still have one. I just have a little bit more painting to do on the side by the sink. So, but yeah, I ended up doing it a little backwards this time. I painted first because I really wanted to just try out the Easy Roller. And then now when that dries, I'll go back and do the other part of it. But I'm going to just keep going and do the rest of the painting on the walls first. I noticed as I was painting, there's a few spots that need like kind of spackle. So I want this to dry, then do the spackle, then I'll do the second coat. Sorry, I know there was a lot, but I'm just telling you guys how it is. So yeah. Oh, and this time I'm wearing gloves so I don't mess up my nails.
And just a quick note to get the last areas, I painted with the 2-inch brush that came with the paintbrush set. And then I followed up with a small roller in the areas that were too narrow to use with the Wagner Easy Roller. Next, I removed the standard build-to-grade mirror. Since I wasn't removing the tile from the bathroom or anything like that, I wanted to make the space feel more refreshed by upgrading the mirror. If you are thinking of doing a bathroom and you're looking for an easier mirror solution, I do have another bathroom makeover on my channel where I showed how to use a bathroom mirror trim, and I'll link that video in the description box below.
So you guys see what's behind this mirror. Good thing I took it down so I could paint back here because this looks kind of crazy.
After I removed the mirror, I finished painting the rest of the wall by the door, the area where the mirror used to be, and the rest of the sink area. I actually like painting the cabinets and furniture, and I wanted to try out this new color that I thought would look great in my mom's bathroom. But first, I'm cleaning the cabinets with Crud Cutter. I actually used to use my vinegar, water, and Dawn solution, but as a pre-made solution, this one works really well.
All right, so bathroom's going well so far. I am about to sand the cabinets pretty lightly because I'm going to be painting them. The last time I did my other bathroom makeover, I lightly sanded the cabinets, but I didn't use primer. So this time I'm going to try and use the primer as well. So this is 100 grit sandpaper. I'm going to sand it, use tack cloth to like clean up the debris, and then prime it. So
I lightly sanded the cabinet with 100 grit sandpaper and then followed up with tack cloth so the surface was clean of any particles.
All right, so I have my mask on because I am about to paint. Actually, I'm about to prime the cabinets like I was mentioning before. And also, I want to let you know I have the window open so that it can ventilate in here because the smell is pretty strong. But it's also wintertime, so I don't want to be outside without a coat. So I'm just going to do it in here and then like wear this mask and have the fan and everything going. So
once all the cabinets were cleaned, I used this oil-based primer. I had this primer left over from my staircase project and there is a lot left of it, so I wanted to use it up. I used this on other furniture as well and it worked out really great, so I've been using it since I have so much left. I basically wanted to use what I had before buying more supplies. I do hear that shellac-based primer works really great as well, and once this is done, I'll probably try that out, especially when I'm painting laminate furniture. So that is on my to-get list. Once the primer dried, I lightly sand it so that the surface can be smooth, and then I use the tack cloth to capture any debris. This is key in making sure your furniture projects looks good and professional. I'm priming the inside of the cabinet doors first, then the sink base, and then flipping the cabinet doors over to prime the other side. I'm using a paint color called Creamy Mushroom, and my son Amor actually picked this color out with me when we were at Home Depot. This is in a satin finish. I find that every furniture project in satin finish comes out perfect, so I've been sticking with this finish for the last 6 or 7 projects that I've done for like furniture. I'm also using a foam roller brush, which helps with a smooth paint application. And just like with the primer, I'm painting the inside of the cabinet doors first, then the sink base, and then flipping the cabinet doors over to paint the other side. I repeat this process twice, waiting about 20 to 30 minutes in between coats so that everything can dry. And a note about the paint, I actually should have gotten the enamel out guide paint again. I had used that when I painted my sideboard that's in my dining room, but I forgot when I was ordering the paint, so I ended up using the Behr Marquee. And another thing, as I mentioned before, I did my bathroom makeover under $300 about 2 years ago, and I used the Marquee paint without primer, and it's still on my cabinets, so this should do just fine. And this is just a few notes that I wanted to share with you after doing more research. I just been learning more things about paints, which are even more durable. So that's just some tips for you guys. And I'll link everything that I'm using and even the honorable mentions in the description box below. For the drawers, I'm using these bumpers so they don't slam when someone is closing them. And I usually put 2 bumpers on the corner of each drawer. I also picked up these new knobs from Lowe's. I love the color and weight of them. I think the gold is going to look really nice as an offset with the creamy mushroom color.
So today's day 2. I'm basically picking up where I left off. I have some trim to do. I want to finish the cabinets. So real quick, wanted to show. So for the cabinets, I bought the pull size was like 5 1/16 inch or something like that. And these are measured 3 inches, so I didn't realize I painted these already. I didn't realize that I had to like fill it in, so now I had to like do that whole thing, fill it in and like cover it.
For the cabinets, I'm using my cabinet drill bit to create a hole that will fit the drawer pull I had already purchased. Then I'm filling in the hole that I don't need with the plastic wood filler. I put a little into the hole that I need to fill, then use a spade to smooth it all out. Once it dries, I use a sanding block to sand it out very lightly, but I use it to sand it out till it's flat with the surface of the cabinet. Then I paint the cabinet one more time and let it dry. Once it was all dry, I added the cabinet pulls onto both doors. I had already sprayed the hinges outside with gold spray paint so that they can match the knobs and pulls a little bit better. Then I basically put the cabinet doors back on, and then the cabinet was all done. For the trim in the bathroom, I'm using Ultra Pure White in a semi-gloss finish. I'm using a 2-inch brush that came with the paint pack. It has a really sharp edge that allows me to cut into the corners without actually getting this paint color onto the newly painted walls. The window trim had a lot of holes drilled into it, so I'm using the plastic wood filler again to fill in the holes. This is just a quick bathroom makeover for this fixer-upper bathroom, and eventually maybe the whole window will be replaced for a more updated look, including the trim, because this window does look like a simple replacement window. I cleaned the bathroom door with crud cutter and then wiped it down with a sponge, removing any dirt or debris. I also painted the bathroom door so that it could look refreshed as well, and of course I'm using the same semi-gloss paint in Ultra Pure White. The easiest way to paint the door is to paint the grooves first with a brush and then use a 4-inch roller to apply the paint to the door. This helps the paint to be applied really smooth, and I think it's the best way. Once the plastic wood dried onto the window frame, I sanded it down lightly and painted it as well.
So sorry for the bad lighting. The light is out because I'm about to change the light fixture. This is how you can do a simple swap with a light fixture. So basically you make sure the breaker is turned off downstairs in your basement or wherever your breaker is. And then now I'm going to take off the light fixture.
I took out all the bulbs and unloosened the screws and wires that were holding the light fixture in place. The other light fixture was pretty large, so I couldn't really work around it to paint behind it. So I had to wait to remove it, paint the rest of the wall before installing the new light fixture. This is the new light fixture. I got this off Amazon, and I'll link this in the description box below. I'm attaching the same color wires on the light to the same color wires that's coming from the electrical box that's in the wall. I give a full breakdown and detailed step-by-step in this other video, and I'll link this in the description box below for you as well. Once all the wires are connected, I put the cap covers on them, and then I put all the wires into the electrical box. The base of the light gets screwed onto the wall, and the bulbs get inserted into the light, and then the light covers go on. Here is the mirror that I had bought from Hobby Lobby on a major discount, and I'm about to spray it gold, and then also the hinges that I was using for the cabinets. So I wanted you guys to see how it looked before while it's black. I'm spray painting the mirror with 2 gold spray paints. One is a really metallic gold, but to tone that color down a little bit, I'm spraying it with this other more matte gold. I covered the glass with a paper bag and frog tape so no spray paint will get onto the mirror. I let that dry for about a half an hour and then sprayed it with a second coat, and then of course I installed it in the bathroom. This piece of artwork I DIY'd using canvas board, resin, and gold paint. Once the mirror was installed onto the wall, I finished up the lighting by putting the light bulbs in and the covers on. I'm gonna make sure this light is working. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! I did it! One last step for the mirror was removing the paper bag to make sure no spray paint got on it. I actually should have done this before I hung it up, but I didn't. No worries on my end though, because there was no overspray on the glass. I wanted to get some decor for the walls, and one of my spots to go to is Hobby Lobby. The clearance section is awesome. I got these frames for 75% off. I printed a bunch of floral images from my house, so I already had them when I went to my mom's house. Then I spray painted the frames in gold to bring more of that gold tone into the bathroom. While the frames dried outside, I used the extra one to measure and as a placeholder. I also installed the gold towel hooks that I got off Amazon, which I actually really love these towel hooks and the brass color. Once the frames dried from outside, I hung them up. I also installed this tissue holder and it had a shelf for a phone, so I thought that was pretty cool. I'll have a link to this in the description box below as well. Finally, I removed the shower curtain because I am swapping this out for another one. And as you can see, there is a lot of tile work all throughout the shower. I wanted to try something decorative above the bathroom window instead of a curtain rod. I found this valance at Hobby Lobby. I didn't want it to be as farmhouse-ish as it was, so I used rub and buff around the edges of it. The antique gold color wasn't exactly what I was going for, but I still had to try it out just to be sure. Here is a quick reminder of what the bathroom looked like before. Before, it was a very interesting yellow color that did not complement the tile work at all. And this is what the bathroom looks like now. Now it is bright and airy and completely refreshed. Before, it had this small towel hook that didn't complement the wall. And now these sturdy towel hooks are installed along with some beautiful photographs. The doors and trim all over look refreshed. The white shower curtain has a nice texture that plays off of everything else in the bathroom. The mirror has now been updated to a custom style mirror instead of the Build-A-Great mirror that it was before. And just so you know, I got this mirror for only $15 on clearance at Hobby Lobby. This is how the cabinet looked before. It was dull and it didn't complement the tile work at all. This is how the cabinet looks now, customized with this creamy mushroom color, and the hardware looks modern and amazing. And the light fixture is one of my favorite light fixtures. I love the round covers that complement the mirror, and it gives it a vintage but modern feel. The bathroom now feels so refreshed and new. This was a 24-hour bathroom makeover that I did without any demolition, although it feels like a completely new space. Here's the price list for the bathroom makeover. Most of the items were from Amazon, Target, Home Depot, and Hobby Lobby, which is where I got the mirror from for only $15, and it was originally $150. So the total for the bathroom came to $318.84. I hope you enjoyed this bathroom makeover. If you like room makeovers and other creative DIYs, don't forget to subscribe to my channel with the notifications turned on so you don't miss when I post my next video. Also, follow me on Instagram at It's Nicole Foster and on TikTok at DIY by Niky Foster. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. If you're looking for more room inspiration, be sure to click the playlist that I created for you at the bottom.
Everybody in the video, give mommy 1 billion and 1,000 subscribers. See you later, alligators.